Norse mythology, part 3. So there was no way that Fenrir was going to let them bind him in that seemingly weak little cord. He was going to need some insurance. Fenrir would only allow himself to be bound with the new binding if one of the gods present took their hand and placed it between Fenrir's jaws as a show of good faith. Like you see right here, there was only one god that was brave enough to do that, and his name was Tyr. Now Tyr was a god associated with Asgard, mostly associated with the formalities of war and with justice. Now Tyr had already had a decent relationship with Fenrir because he was the only one who was brave enough to ever go feed Fenrir in his den. So because Tyr was willing to place his hand between his jaws, Fenrir gladly accepted and took it as a show of good faith. With Tyr's hands between Fenrir's jaws, the other gods went to work in putting the new binding on Fenrir. Once finished, the binding began to burn Fenrir's skin from the magic, and it was beginning to tighten around him, and Fenrir realized he'd been betrayed. So, as you can probably expect, Tyr lost his hand for this. The chain was then tied to several boulders, and a sword was placed between Fenrir's jaws in order to keep it open. Stay tuned for more on Fenrir and the other Norse gods.